Right, welcome to my channel once again. My name is Chinyere Ojike, and if this is your first time, please do not make it your last. Hit the subscribe button, like this video, and keep coming back for more as you turn the notify bell icon on. Yes, still on Senator Ned Nwoke and Regina's saga. Ned in a video has confirmed that he married Regina under pressure. Pressure from where? For a man who was already 60 as at the time he got married to Regina in 2018 to have claimed that he was under pressure to have married Regina. As that when he did, is something that is not balancing. You know, considering the fact that Senator Ned Nwoke already has 5 wives before Regina. His first wife, Lily Nwoke, is also a Nigerian, not a foreigner. And then the 4th wife, Lila Nwoke, is a Moroccan lady. No visible records about Ned's 2nd wife, 3rd wife. Yes, nothing in particular to find about them online. So it was entirely appalling hearing Senator Ned said, I married Regina under pressure. Hear him out.
I married her because she is from my place. I wanted a wife from my place, and I was looking for the right person. And by the time I met her, I knew she was the one. If you must hear this, I know that I knew that I wanted, because I was under pressure from a family, from my people to marry.
From your own family or from our family?
From my family. I was under pressure to marry from my place.
He was under pressure to marry Regina. And then the presenter asked, just to be sure, from whose own family? He said from his own family. So not from Regina's family. We'll go on.
From the traditional rulers, from them generally, and I had criteria. Of who that
you have the check the boxes.
Yes,
and she ticks all the boxes.
Yes, of course.
What were these boxes?
And more, So
you just heard Ned said he was under pressure to marry Regina from the traditional rulers, from his own family. I think this is bringing out a particular point. Does it mean that, the children born to Ned by Lily and also by Lila, are they not going to be his heir apparent for the fact that they are not, their mothers not from Anioma? Does it mean that the tradition, if you are from Anioma, Ndokwa West, Delta State, let me know. Must it be a woman from your own local government, your own kindred, your own village, that is capable of bearing a man a heir apparent? Because this is what it seems. For the fact that this man already has wives, children from his previous marriages, and even Lila was still in the picture, and now he was under pressure from his kinsmen, traditional rulers, his family, to marry somebody from the same local government with him. Something is not clear. So if you are from Anioma, please, can you clarify this in the comment section? We are here to learn, isn't it?
You know that before her, my uncles had brought some local girls from, say, you must marry this, you must marry. But I said, no, they don't meet what I want.
You have a taste.
Oh, yes, But above all, I said to them, look, I can't marry, I come from a royal family. We have our requirements, we have our traditions. I can't marry a woman who is not a virgin, I can't, I wouldn't. And so when I met Regina, I asked her immediately, if she was, and she said yes, she was, okay. And so I told her, look, if you are, I needed somebody who is independent-minded. I needed somebody who has a career,
He mentioned something. He needed somebody who is independent minded, somebody who has a career. Guys, in a video, Senator claimed he didn't know that Regina Daniels was already into acting because he was not used to watching home movies. You might hear him out.
Before I met her, I didn't know about her. I don't watch movies. Never watch
Now,
movies.
he just told us that he needed somebody who had a career, somebody who is independent.
If you are one, and if that is an important part of what must be done, and secondly, you must also be willing to do sports. I love sports. You know, every
Sportish too.
Every member of my family must do sports. She said to me, "What sport?" I said, "You must play tennis. You must swim. Everybody swims. Everybody plays tennis." You know, so she told me, "Why not?" She will do it, and that's it. You know, so and she does even more than that now.
Wow. Was it love at first sight?
I liked what I saw. You know, as I told you, there are many girls who look the same, but behind or beyond them, there are many things that you're looking for. So she met those conditions, and that was it.
So if you met Regina again, you will marry her again?
Oh yeah, I married her.
So guys, Senator Ned Nwoke is a kind of man who already has his own way of, getting his women. He never believed in dating, just like most of us would go into dating for months, years, before saying I do to the love of our life. To Ned, this wasn't the case. He believed in the primitive ways of, arranged marriage, in particular, arranging someone and then they finalize it. Marriage has happened. This is why in a video, he claimed that he married all of his wives within 3 weeks. You might want to hear him confirming that in this video clip.
Our marriage is based on understanding and respect over time. I met her and I liked her. We married within 3 weeks. Yes, within 3 weeks. I married all my wives within some period. I don't believe in dating anybody to marry them. Don't date anybody you want to marry. Marry them. When you marry them, you begin to fall in love from within the marriage. Even in my own culture, as it were, as a kid in the 60s, people, they were not dating. They would marry. In arranged marriages, family to family, they choose a wife, and then most girls were expected to be virgins when they get married, and they build a family from there. And because they didn't know each other before they got married, there's a lot of excitement, a lot of learning to do.
Yes, Ned was right in what he said. In the past, our parents, they don't used to fall in love. Arranged marriage was something very predominant among our foreparents, even among our fathers and mothers. You can attest that in the comment section. I remember my mom telling us a story on how she got married to my dad. It was a funny story, sort of. They brought her, she ran back to her parents' house, and she later came back, and all of that. There was nothing like dating, all these romantic affections that we do have now. Suddenly, 2018 was just yesterday, 5 years ago. Before 2018, even as at 2000, all these romantic movies, they are out there. Nollywood movies, we have all seen it. Titanic movie, Romeo and Juliet. People have choices. Dating has been in existence. People started making choices as to whom they marry and who they do not marry. So in this case, Regina should have made her own choice, rather than it is her choice anyway. I'm not saying that she was forced on Ned by anybody, not even by Regina's mother at this point. So we should stop blaming Regina's mom until we hear from her in my next video. So you have to stay back. Let's just finish this.
So whether I marry another wife or not, she knows it can happen. I come from a very polygamous environment myself. I love children, so I want more children. And she knows this, and my other wives, they also know it. So we'll see what happens in the future. One you do everywhere. wine to everywhere. That's why at night you got a lot of them no zone 4, zone 5, zone 6. As na fabo a show. Obrako fa na facho ima show open economy.
This is quite interesting. You can see that Ned is polygamous, and he made it clear to everybody, to Regina, to his wives. And he has said it, that whether he marries another wife or not, Regina knows that he can take up another wife. Because when you look at the recent video he has made, this is one of the negative aspects of polygamy. It appears that Ned has already moved on. Yes. He attended a function with his fifth wife, Lila, the Moroccan wife, abroad. I think it was a Chinese thing, you know. And he was just flaunting his wife. He's not losing anything. You know, he's not crying over a spare milk, as if he has just forgotten Regina already. Too quick to move on. And why won't he move on? Regina has a replacement, you know. People were wagging their tongues. People are sad talking about it. But this is the implication of being in a polygamous relationship. This is why our May Edoche said, no, I don't want to be numbered. Yes, because when you are into a monogamous marriage, one man, one wife, when the couple have problems, the other person would seek for the other, you know, apologies, please, this and that. But in this case, when you have a replacement, it's like when a man has two cars, one breaks down, he goes for the second one. He can't stay and be waiting for mechanic to fix this one. No. You can drop that one at the mechanic. Regina, you can be at your mom's place. Yes, be cooling off with your sisters and brothers. Why? I take my other wives, my other character star to my political functions. You know, suddenly, if this was to have happened in a country as this Western society, Senator Ned being a lawmaker, he should have been on a suspension or even taking a break from his office. Yes, investigations should be ongoing. But Nigeria, all goes. Imagine the allegation of domestic violence on a video and all of that. Even the wife cried out, enough of this. This violence is too much and too much. Up to it's been like 3 days. Nothing is happening. There has not been any reports of any arrest, you know, summoning Ned for questioning and all of that. Instead, we're seeing videos of him, photos of him on a function with his Moroccan wife already flying all over social media. This is pathetic. Our country, we sincerely need to do better in our country. So guys, this is it for this very content. Before you fall in love or before you marry somebody, because in this case Regina and Ned, they did not fall in love. Yes, just like Ned stated. So before you go into marriage, endeavor to date the person 6 months, 1 year. And for all of us who date online, open your eyes, because dating online is different from dating in real life. When you date somebody virtually, the person can hide a lot than you could see. You know, when you go to the person's house, the person comes to yours, the person might see 1 or 2 things that they don't like about you. Maybe the way you eat, the way you dress your house, how dirty you are, how you don't wash your boxers, your beddings, your singlets and all of that. And the woman are like, yes, because I've gone into a lady's house, a single lady, though, single mom. Oh my God, what I saw as a woman, what I saw, and I was really astonished, because men do come in there to like chopo kokobioko with this girl. She was just telling me, guess what, somebody who came from abroad slept in that house. Myself as a woman, I couldn't even drink water there, and the panties with them stains, I cannot talk and finish. So it is important you date someone in real life before saying I do or you do not. Thank you once again for your time. Please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and keep coming back for more. Bye.